You know the feeling, the Sunday night dread, the daydream of calling off, playing sick, or handing in your notice. Your job isn't the one that's keeping you, your money is. Going into your own business and doing your own thing isn't for everyone. And there are legitimate things you need to think about, like health insurance, your family obligations, the timing of the market. But let me tell you, there's typically not a best time for this kind of thing. It's the thing you always plan to do and never do. It's like the best time to have a baby. There will always be things and reasons to delay having a child. But this chaos, this financial chaos, isn't just a money problem, it's a clarity problem. Here are 5 signs that you may be delaying this decision and how to get more clear on if this is the right decision for you. Reason number 1, you don't actually know your number, the monthly number of how much do I need to survive. This is the most important question. So I am first an accountant by trade, but I'm also an entrepreneur. So there are real questions that we can talk about. And one is the math is not mathing. There is a real question of how much do you need to survive? Your rent, your groceries, food to eat. This is bare minimum. Sign number 2 is your savings feel big, but your expenses feel invisible. You may have money in savings to leave your job, but have you run the math on how long it's actually going to take to run through it? Because ideally, ultimately, starting your business doesn't mean you automatically have income. It's going to take some time to find clients, to develop your product or service. But there is such a thing as the runway number. This is the number you need in your bank account as a runway from the time you leave your job until you start making money. Like how much is in your savings and how long is it going to last you? So you typically should have 3 to 6 months saved up before you leave your job. Now, the trap that most people run into is they are making enough money in their job to keep them comfortable. It's called the golden handcuffs because you're comfortable, but you're really not living the life you want, but it's good enough. So we really need to be clear on what is the life I want and what will it take to get there. Sign number 3 is you have debt leaking in the background. You have student debt, car payments, credit card minimums. It's the kind of debt that's not really urgent until you have no income. The last year, I spent 3 months unemployed with no savings, and I had to make some decisions. What could be let go of when I had no income and no way to pay for it? And what was a necessity? The limited funds I had coming in, I had to decide on what is most important. And I don't want you to have to go through those decisions. So if you already know your income number, your runway number, and if you can eliminate any debt right now before you take the leap. Sign number 4, you're conflating next job income and bridge income. Now, you may plan to quit and feel pretty confident that you can start something new pretty quickly. But what if it doesn't happen like that? And how can you build a bridge to fill in the gap? I spent 3 months last year unemployed. And actually, I started looking for employment, new employment, 2 months prior to that. So it took me about 5 to 6 months to land my current job. There are certain things that you can do in the in between. You can freelance, you can work part time, you can do consulting. And in the Quiet Cash Blueprint, which I'm creating currently, and maybe it's available by the time you're watching this, but it helps you identify your strengths, your current experience and education, and how you can turn it into an income stream. Now, number 5 is you're making emotional decisions without complete information. The chaos and lack of clarity creates a fog, and it makes every option feel scary or bad. When you don't have the numbers, your nervous system fills in the blanks. But when you can see the full financial picture, all of a sudden, maybe things don't look so bad, or you're able to make different decisions. Now, I have a little story about this. Years ago, I didn't have the relationship with money that I have now. So I was a new mom. I was working in accounting, and my son has special needs. So I went to my employer and I asked if I could go down to 4 days a week instead of 5 and just get one extra day with him. And 2 weeks later, I found myself without a job. They no longer needed my services. And this is in the moment where I realized that the workforce, the workplace wasn't really set up and designed for women, and definitely not working mothers. But I was laid off, I was let go, and I became paralyzed to look at my bank account, because my bank account I knew was in the negative. I didn't have any income in there, any money. And I did not look at that for weeks. I was so paralyzed of what I was going to see, and I felt helpless on what I could do about it. But here's the lesson. I finally did look at it. And you know what? I made it up in my head. It was so much worse in my head than what it actually was. When I looked at it, I opened it up on my computer. I looked at the number, and it was like, I don't know, minus like $100 or $200. It was like so small in a grand scheme of things. But in my mind, I had made it this giant problem. And it literally only took me a week or two. Once I saw the number, I saw what I needed to do to get it out of the red. And then I fixed the problem and I cleared it up. But that is what we're talking about. The chaos that happens in your mind when you don't have a clear financial picture. So here it is. I want you to know your number. What is your monthly baseline number? How much is your runway? What do you need in savings to leave your job? And how can you fill in the gap with freelance, consulting, something you can do on the side to start generating cash flow before you make that full leap? So for $1, I have the financial liberation checklist for someone who's so in the dark and feeling financially dependent on a partner. And then I also have the Quiet Cash Blueprint, which helps you identify where your strengths are and what is a money making idea you can start right now.